It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And how about we check the numbers for him?
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Smith is out there with Knox. And it's the Wizard. Then it's Thomas. And it's Wagner in at the point. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Pass to Knox. Wagner on the wing. Here's the floater. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's the Wizard to the middle. Now Jackson. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Rebound by Smith. Outside Thomas. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Wagner with a screen for Thomas. Banked in off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Darling. Nice defense from Wagner. Outside Thomas. Back to Wagner. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
That's good from Wagner. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Jackson. Here's Darling. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Nice defense from Wagner. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the basket by Knox.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Finally, after all those planks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, it took a few trips. Now let's see if that can get them going.
Now, here's Wagner. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to the Wizard. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Here's the Wizard. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Thomas, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That one goes in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Smith, the pass to the Wizard. Outside Thomas. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thomas got his second bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Here's Darling. Outside Jackson. He can't get that one. Excellent D from Thomas. Smith on the wing. Inside. And finished off by Wagner.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Now here's Jackson. Last time 14 points for him. He gets that one.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
Jackson against Thomas. Smith right side. Driving inside. Pass to Knox. A three-pointer, no good. Gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's the Wizard. Here's Darling. Shoots over Wagner. Darling gets the bucket.
Great opportunity, and he capitalizes.
Pass to Thomas. Back to Smith. It's Thomas on the wing. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Thomas got 7 points in the game. Gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Outside Jackson. Here's Darling. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Both teams will make substitutions. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they pass the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to Thomas. To the left wing. And here's Smith. Upside Thomas. A rebound by Mitchell.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Can't tie it up as that one misses. Got 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. It's picked off. And they're pushing it up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Now Smith. Scoreless thus far. Here's Thomas. Right wing. Here's the Wizard. Just 5 on the clock. Thomas outside. He's off on that one. Gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. To the inside. Stolen away. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been. And it's why they'll continue to go to him.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Darling passes to Mitchell. Pass to Darling. Just 5 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Sellers. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Thomas passes to Smith. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Doing it very well as they shake off the rust here early. 54% from the field. Sanan, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Taking a look here at the visitors. Right now, they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches. 1:07 left in the first. Kelly passes to the Wizard. Hook shot. He can't get it to go.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Pass to the Wizard. Here's Sellers. He's defended by Wagner. Here's Sellers. He has yet to score. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. A Wizard with the rebound. Gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Pass to Kelly. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
"16 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Wagner. Here's the Wizard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. All right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You know, I like the confidence that they've shown here early on.
They've done a very good job of controlling the pace. That usually leads to good things.
Wizard out there with Sellers. And it's the Wizard. And it's the Wizard. And it's the Wizard in at the 3 spot. Here's the Wizard. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Down low. Here's the Wizard. And he goes in for the dunk.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
A fader. A Wizard with the rebound. Being 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And there it is for him.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Wagner, right side. Here's the hook. That shot off the mark. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. The Wizard passes to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's the Wizard. No scoring in this one. No good with the layup.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to the Wizard. It's intercepted. Here's the Wizard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's the Wizard. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. The Wizard passes to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. They need this one, and he gets the bucket. The Wizard's got his first points of the night.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
Well, his great advantage is that he can shoot over the top of almost any defender.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. And you look at Jackson, one of the league's best, third in free throw percentage.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Here's Darling. 6 points for him. Right side Jackson. Pass to Sellers. Out to the wing. Pocket 6. Now here's Jackson. Here's the Wizard. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Smith the pass to the Wizard. Here's Knox. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Jackson. Here's Sellers. Here's Darling. No good, and he's 3 of 6 from the floor. Gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And that one, good. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Wagner looking it over. Here's the Wizard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Timeout, home team.
Thomas checked in for the Wizard. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Wagner. Gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Darling. Here's Sellers. He's guarded by Thomas. Sellers passes to Mitchell. Outside Jackson. Fires the 3. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Wagner outside. The 3 from Thomas makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Inside. Darling gets the bucket. Darling's got 8.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Wagner on the wing. Fade away. That shot misses.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Darling. Here's Sellers. Jackson down low. Covered by Smith. Darling. No good on that one. Nice defense from Wagner.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And he banks in the layup. Wagner's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's Darling. He's got 8. Left side Jackson. Pass to Sellers. Here's Darling. Fires from way outside. That one misses. It's his 5th miss. He's made 4 baskets.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
Thomas passes to Wagner. Pass to the Wizard. Count the basket.
He will take that matchup every single time. He is not going to miss many of those.
1:52 left to play here in the second quarter. With the hook shot. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Knox, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Wizard, he's checked in for the Wizard. Being 43% for the game. Pass to Darling. Outside Jackson. We've got 1:18 left in the first half of basketball.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And the dunk by Smith.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. There's a minute left in the first half. Here's the Wizard. Will it go? Rebounded by Knox. It's a 9-point spread. Here's Thomas. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Sanan, covered by Smith. Smith with the defensive effort. Outside Thomas. To the inside. Here's the Wizard, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
24.
They lead by 13. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and that's go off topic.
What topic?
So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic? Being off topic?
Well, that was more no topic than off topic, but that's all the time we have for this topic, thankfully. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the home team.
Smooth operation. I wish every team played this intelligently.
Yeah, if you look at the shots they're getting, they obviously had a game plan coming in, Shaq.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Thomas is out there with Wagner. And it's Smith. And it's the Wizard. And it's Knox in at the foursome. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Here's Darling to the middle. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
The first free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Everything has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Back to Smith. Pass to Thomas. Back to Smith. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Here's Darling. Pass to Jackson. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Wagner, right side. Took him no time at all on that one. Wagner's got 11.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
To Darling. Here's the Wizard. To the paint. Here's Darling. Nice move. That shot missing. Nice defense from Wagner. Darling's gone only 4 of 11 from the field. Here's Knox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Sanan, covered by Smith. Pass to Darling. Shot clock at 5. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizards got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. And you take a look at this home team. Season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Sanan, covered by Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. And that one comes up a bit short.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Back to you guys.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? Thank you, Allie. That one misses from Jackson. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. So it's the visitors now. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's the Wizard. Over to the wing. Pass to Darling. And here's Jackson. 5 on the clock. Here's Darling. He's defended by Wagner.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Knox. Here's the Wizard. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover. On Friday, then on Monday.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with. But I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Sanan, covered by Smith. Pass to the Wizard.
Come to me.
Outside Jackson. Here's Darling. For the three. Rebounded by Knox.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Smith for three. The Wizard with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hook shot on the way, and the shot is good. He's got 7.
A nice form on that hook shot there.
Smith outside. Wagner, right side. Back to Smith. Pass to Knox. Launches a three. And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That's his first foul. The Wizard, he's checked in for Knox.
Substitution on the court.
Gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Chance to check out the numbers for the Wizard. How last month turned out for him? He's around 6 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
You want to be a successful team in this league, you need to find someone that you can feed the ball to and count on to score.
Pass to Sellers. Here's Darling. He's defended by Wagner. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Here's the Wizard. Wagner outside. Here's Smith. Kicks it out to Wagner. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Well, so much great defense has come from the shooting guard position over the years. And here's a rundown of the players wreaking havoc at that spot this year. You look at Wagner. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. Those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Well, you better be aware and alert if you've got the basketball against these guys, because they're always looking to make a play.
Down low. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
The Wizard, he's checked in for the Wizard. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Pass to Wagner. Back to Thomas. The Wizard passes to Thomas. There's a good screen. To the wing on the left. Here's the Wizard from 18 feet away. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He lobs it up. And here's the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, it's good to see him with this free throw percentage up over 80.
That one is off. The Wizard, he's checked in for Smith. the second free throw, good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Thomas passes to Wagner. Here's the Wizard. Pass to Thomas. Wagner kicks to Thomas. Six on the shot clock. The Wizard passes to Thomas. And the three ball is good. Thomas got 17 now.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
Pass to the Wizard. They get the rebound. And yes, it's good. The Wizard's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Thomas. Now, here's Wagner. Pass to the Wizard. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Wagner with a screen for Thomas. Good on the three-point shot. Thomas got 6 in the quarter.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Here's the Wizard. Here's Sellers. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Good D by Thomas. Gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. The Wizard passes to Thomas. Wagner on the wing. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. The three from Thomas. The Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the Wizard. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Up 19. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got the Wizard out there with Mitchell. And there's Jackson, and it's Sellers in at the 2 spot. And Smith with the stop.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Sellers to the middle. Here's Mitchell. It's deflected, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Sellers. Here's Darling. Fades to the left side wing. Sellers passes to Jackson. On the wing, Mitchell. Clock at 6. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
I see him.
To the Wizard. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Smith, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Sellers. Here's Darling. It's good.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
It's deflected. Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Darling. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. There's the screen.
The ball goes to the away team.
Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Sellers. Pass to Darling. Outside Jackson. Here's Sellers. Covered by Smith. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Darling. And that one is hammered home.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
Knox misses. Gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Darling. Pass to Jackson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. On the wing, Mitchell. Here's Darling. Sellers passes to Jackson. Goes up on the wing. The Wizard can't hit. At 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Knox. Guarded by Jackson. Back to Knox. They could use a bucket. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
Both teams decided to change it up. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Sanan, a Wizard with the rebound. The Wizards got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Inside, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To the paint, here's the Wizard, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Sanan misses the 3.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Pass to Knox. Down low. Shot clock at 6. There's the pick. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Sellers. Takes a 3. Second chance effort. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizards got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Thomas. Wagner outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, Wagner.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. So both teams changing it up here. And he sinks the second. And you think about the balance of power between the conferences. How about this, Greg? In the last 26 years, there have only been 3 Eastern Conference teams favored to win the NBA Finals.
2011 Heat, the 2013 Heat, and then the 2024 Boston Celtics. So for those arguing for top 16 seeding in the playoffs, this might be your go-to stat. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, it's simple math. You've got to limit teams to 1 shot on your defensive end and then give yourself extra possession when you have the ball.
Jackson with it. GA, just when you think you've seen it all. Last season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
And that one falls for Jackson. No good on the second free throw. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2, number 21.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
It's tipped. Here's Darling. He's defended by Wagner. Pass to Darling. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Oh, the slam dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Smith. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Darling passes to Jackson. .152 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. To the inside. A Wizard with the rebound. Gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Smith outside. And here's Wagner. 1:16 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Knox. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Darling. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Smith. Jackson against Smith, and the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Substitution on the court.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Wizard passes to the Wizard. He's off from 17 feet. Here's Kelly. Pass to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots it up. No good there off the double clutch. And so they get the victory here at home. They poured it out in a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. Now it's time for our Player of the Game.